guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to talk about homeschooling. If you don't know, I've been homeschooling for about 4 years. My oldest is, can you believe, she is going to be a senior in high school. That is like freaking me out. She just turned 17. She's almost an adult. And I pulled her out when it was actually 8th grade. It was about February, March, so she only had a few more months of school left. But I pulled her out because just being in that environment between the teachers and the students, she was like crying every day going to school, like hardcore crying, like sobbing on my shoulder. I've never seen her like that anymore. And ever since I pulled her out of school, she has been the happiest. I mean, she went to a school, public school, from kindergarten right up until 8th grade. Yeah, she's well socialized, but she's one of those people that she can't stand to be around such loud people, But anyway, she's thriving, she's happy, she's going to be a senior. So yeah, I'm very proud of her, and I'm glad I pulled her out of that environment. I mean, when she was in elementary school, I was thinking of homeschooling her. But now, it's so easy you can do your own curriculum, or there's curriculum online. And then, so now I have my youngest, she's about to be in 10th grade, and I started homeschooling her last year. So she was a freshman in high school. She was always on the fence, like, oh, maybe not. I said, well, when you're in high school, if you want to, I will homeschool you. And she developed about 7th or 8th grade. She developed very bad, let me tell you, bad social anxiety, like to the point where she gets really sweaty, just wobbly in the legs, just feeling dizzy, like real bad. So she is speaking to a therapist, and that is helping a little bit. But right now, when we do take her out to stores and stuff, and if there's a lot of people, she gets really nervous. She can't be around a lot of people, or if it's a really crowded or a small enclosed. She needs her space. It's stay away from me, during the pandemic, 6 feet, stay 10 feet away from me, So anyway, yeah, so I'm homeschooling 2 teenagers, 2 high schoolers. And you know what? I live in the state of Nevada, Las Vegas. So basically, we live in a state where do what you gotta do. So if you want to homeschool them, all you do is send a notice of intent with your education plan to the superintendents of the school, and then they will send you a letter saying you're good to go. You always have that letter with you just in case you do get questioned by anybody. But anyway, yeah, so that's all you have to do. We don't have to take tests if we don't want to. But, sometimes, of course, we want to see where our children's at. So we do take tests just to see, making sure they're making progress. But, yeah, you don't have to do anything. So, yeah, there's nobody that checks up on you. You don't have to make a profile, a portfolio, actually. There's nothing. But since you homeschool your kids, I would recommend keeping a file. So I have a box for each of my daughters, and all their works that they do, I print out or whatnot, and I put it on there, I label it, So for my youngest, well, I got both of them this. This is a 4-year planner, so it goes all the way from when they're freshmen to when they're seniors. It has calendars. It has a little journal that they can fill out. You can put their grades and everything, and it has It talks about grading, and it talks about transcripts. Transcripts, if your child is going to go to college, nowadays you can print out, like it has to be official. You're the official school. You are the school. You're the school. You're the principal. You're like everything. You're running the whole shebang, right? And so your transcript, they have, or you can look online and you can print. Some people make their own, but it's not that easy. They have a lot of samples. If you just Google it, they have a lot of samples online, like you can follow, or they have books. Like I also have this book by Rebecca Leach, I think that's her name. It says Graduating with a Homeschool Diploma. It is very interesting. It's graduating with a homeschool diploma, how your homeschooler can graduate with an official high school diploma that is accepted nearly everywhere. That is true. A lot of homeschoolers get into really great colleges, Harvard, Yale, you name it. I'm just gonna read you on the back of this. You can find out what your child can and can't do with the homeschool diploma. And they can do just about everything. Who has legal authority to issue homeschool diplomas and where they can get that authority? You people, you, mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, guardian, you issue the high school diploma. You can print it out online, or you can just go online, Google search, and you can print a nice looking official one. In Nevada, we don't have to name our homeschool, but in other states, I think some states they have to. So always make sure the state you're currently living in and homeschooling, find out your rules, because every state has different rules for homeschooling, but it is legal in all 50 states. And so let's see how to set high school graduation requirements. Like for me, I follow the CCSD. I do follow what they're teaching for their requirements to graduate, whether accredited classes are required. Mostly if you're homeschooling in elementary or middle school and you want to send them back to high school, that's fine. Like I don't think necessarily it needs to be accredited, because most times they will just test your child and put them in the grade. But like when you're already, like say your child did 9th and 10th grade, you're homeschooling, and they want to go back to school maybe for 11th or 12th grade. A lot of schools, high school, will tell you no, because they want accreditation. And accreditation, I believe, is like the school, not the curriculum. So, but colleges, they love homeschoolers. You don't have to come from an accredited school. So don't worry about whether your curriculum is accredited or not, because that is really not necessary. And then what to do about standardized testing, including the GED, SAT, and ACTs, how to create an official high school diploma, how to create a high school transcript that will be universally accepted, how to fill out forms, answer questions, and talk about your student's homeschool diploma with confidence and authority. So yeah, this book, I got it off of Amazon. So if you are interested in it, feel free. It is very informational. But yes, and I just want to talk about one other thing. So my oldest has done time for learning, power homeschool, time for learning, and then I think now we're going back to power homeschooling, because my youngest, she has an IEP. Well, she had an IEP in school, and she had that ever since she was basically in first grade. And so they call it like a learning disability, which she takes a little bit longer maybe to learn something. So she is not exactly at grade level. I mean, each subject is different grade levels for her. And so she did time for learning. Yeah, time for learning is good. Don't get me wrong. It is good. And power homeschool is good. But what I liked about power homeschool, I'm looking up, I'm like, I couldn't remember where I saw it. But Power Homeschool has remedial courses, and that is for a person who is struggling in either math, English, science, history. They have it all. So that's to come. I'm going back to Power Homeschool. I'm saying this is what you need. So just for the remedial courses, if your child needs that extra oomph, that extra help, or special education or a learning disability, then I would recommend Power Homeschool. But I tried out both of it. I always come back to Power Homeschool. I know in certain states they have co-ops where you can you join. Over here, they have a lot of co-op over here. They even have one that I'm in that where you can walk the line. So we set up this thing where your child actually walks the line. You bring the diploma. So that's kind of neat. So they're not missing out on that graduation walking the line. So yeah, they have over here like Las Vegas Teen Group or something. They do a lot of stuff for just the homeschool kids. So if we do want to hang out with other people or other children my kids want to hang out with, yeah, they have. So it's not like they're missing out. And my kids are very, it's not like they don't interact. People are like, what about socializing? Well, in school, they really couldn't socialize with anybody. Just for talking, you would get scolded, right? I'm talking too much without drinking water. So yeah. So that's about it for homeschooling. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like rambling, talking fast, all over the place, but I gotta drink water. So until next time, aloha.